All right, welcome everybody. How you guys all doing out there today? Welcome one, welcome all. Yes, we have been on fire. Thank you all so much for joining me here. I'm going to try to keep this as quickly as I possibly can. I'm not really that good about keeping this pretty quick, but I'll definitely do my best. Ever since we broke out right here, so if everybody recalls, and I literally have not updated this chart, right? I always said we're going to retrace back to 6,200. Now, this is, take a look, this is the Binance chart, right? Never pulled this off, right? But what we're going to do is we're going to go over and we're going to come back over here to the CME chart. There's our CME chart. Whew, look at this big old gap right here. Look at this huge, 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 huge gap. Right now, I do think we just have a little bit more up on the uppity side here. I think we have possible. Now, we are flagging out, and a lot of the stuff I'm showing me is we could be finally gearing up for just a little bit of a pullback, right? I mean, you guys see the huge gap that we have here, right? I mean, we want to fill this gap. We've got a bunch of gaps, actually. I mean, we do. We got this monster gap right here. We got this daily monster gap here. So we have a bunch of gaps that all want to get filled right here, right? And, now this is not that much of a pullback. And even if we got some kind of a squiggle down to fill just this gap right here, I wouldn't expect anything like, honestly, to me, I wouldn't expect anything like super crazy. There it is. There's that gap right here. This is the 12-hour, right? So, I really wouldn't. So this is that, you got the bull gap, you filled the bull gap, you got the bear gap. There it is right there, right? We're just kind of flagging a little bit here, a little bullish right here, right now. I mean, I really see 9400 as kind of a limit for us. If we do poke up and out of this right here, if we are able to break up and poke out of this and then probably come down and fill both of these gaps. Now, I want to do, coming over here on the 12-hour, you see you still got this deep 12-hour gap. I want to go take a look at that on the daily. See, oh man, just on the daily over here, boys and girls, ladies and gentle germs. I mean, you've got this wick right here that where the mafia filled this gap, right? And now it doesn't say it's filled, but I mean, you wicked through it. So, I mean, technically that could be filled, right? And that's kind of the way I looked at this. I've always been saying, listen, if this was the mafia wick, which I clearly called, and we all saw that, and we got it, but it was so shady as F, right? Then our next target was 94.50, right? Just kind of doing a simple Elliott wave to get us up there. But I really want everybody just to keep an eye on this, because the way I look at this once again is I see we're kind of we're kind of just in a balancing act right now. Very, very tentative balancing act. And we're going to get that down a little bit more in some other charts and take a peek, right? So let's look at our 3-day. We're just going to remove all of our notes here, right? 3-day, bleeding 9, right? Got a bleeding 9 on the 3-day. Insanely. Look at this weekly. God damn. Right? The weekly even has a freaking bear gap, right? The weekly showing a bear gap. We see the bear gap on the weekly over here. There's the monthly, right? There's the monthly. Now, this is on stamp also. That, my friends, is a very, very sexy monthly candle right there. If we can hold this for just a couple more days, today's the 27th of May. We only got a couple more days. If we can hold this, this is going to be really, really nice. And even if we get a pullback down to 81.48, that would be nothing. It would still be a very bullish candle. In order for this to be a very bearish candle, I mean, this thing's going to have to retrace deep, right? Deep. I'm talking super deep, super ugly. So, but let's look at the warning signs, and I'm just going to point that out. Listen, we are overheated. Look at that. There's one, there's two. There's your gap right there. Your gap right there open on the weekly. It's like I said, it's not that far. It's like 80, it's 81, what is that? 81.27, right? So you got 81.27 over there for the gap. There's no reason that we can't just reach down here, retrace a little bit, and look where that lands. I mean, that kind of lands right down here on this on the 7MA, shooting up here from the from our 3-day, right? So that would land us on the 3-day right there, which would be a good thing, right? But not bad at all. But I want to break this down. Let's go and we're gonna pull down to some tighter timelines. There's that TD9. Look how we broke over the resistance level. See, look, we're kind of in a void right here, and this is what I've been telling everybody. Like this is kind of just a voided space right here. There's nothing here. See where we're at right here? Like you look across here, and there's just nothing inside of here that really is a stopper, is a game changer for me. That just says, hey, this is where we're gonna retrace to, and this is it. Now, if you look up here a little bit higher, you got that area right there, this big cluster we had before, right? You got a bunch of wiki wicks in here. You got this wiki wick. Yeah, I mean, this is so and so right there. That's a pretty, but to me, that's kind of in this block up here of the 94, 9600 range. For me, that's kind of where I would thunk that we would be heading if we are going to get one more little hokey pokey up to the top side there, right? Let's move this down. This is very interesting. I'm still using the MVT chart here, right? I'm still using this MVT chart. Look at how well this is staying in this channel, right? We're just holding this channel super nice on the MVT chart. This is how my count is: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And, my 5 is all the way up here to 94.71, right? I'd like to see this come all the way up here to the 5. This was a nice 4, a nice pullback for a 4, and a leg up for a 5 right there. So let's want to see where that runs us, where that takes us. Still playing that out. No, look, 4 hour nothing, 6 hour nothing. No real warning signs here on any of these for some kind of an imminent pullback here, right? There's really I don't see any real warning here, right? There's just nothing scaring me on the moving averages, nothing scaring me on the TDs, right? There's nothing super epically dangerous that I'm looking for here. Nope. And no. I just don't see nothing. There's nothing there. Now, Bollinger Bands, different story. Bollinger Bands, the 12-hour. Once again, man, we just love to hold the top of this. Bollinger Band looks like it's tightening up a little bit for us. Look at this support. Just keeps rising up on the daily. Support up to 7,700. Once again, a little more room to go. Look at that. You've got the 9K range easy on the daily. You've got room, same 9160, 9160. You got more room right there. There's the 3-day. 3-day is almost pitching at the top. There's a little room up there. All pretty much, I mean, you've got a little headroom up here to 9K. I mean, there's headroom up here to 9K, but I really don't see this. I really don't see a lot of... There's just not a lot of resistance like this. I mean, everything here is really up at 9K for me, right? So you have a little bit of room, little wiggle room on top here for your for all of these lower time frames. Let's go up to the higher time frame here. There's the weekly. God damn, right? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 weeks. This is the 8th week outside. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is going to be week 9 right here, right? We're technically on week 9. This is the 9th week over the TD. Now, this is my one warning sign right here. I mean, take a look. The 2 week we're over, right? We're over on the 2 week. We're over on the, I'm going to pull that up there. Ooh, come on, move. There we go. Right, we're over on the 2 week. We're over on the weekly. Yeah, there's just... This is really the only warning sign that I see right here. Like this... The 3-day, the weekly, the 2 week. I mean, this weekly really for me is really the hot spot, right? But look at how wide this opened up. That's actually really good to open up this wide. That's actually not bad at all, right? This is not that bad. Now, if it was tightening up, I'd be a little more, I'd be thinking there's more possible upside, but this is definitely opening up more. You see where our support is. So, I mean, this is really the only thing that kind of gives me a little bit of heebie-jeebies here, people. Like, this is some serious, like, serious shit. Like, this right here, like, you just can't ignore this, okay? Like, that, this is kind of asking for a pullback here, you know? I mean, we're going to go up a little bit more and then pull down and then make that run up again. Something like this. I mean, I could see something like that. Even, you know, I mean, coming up just a little bit higher. I mean, you can get all the way up. Jesus Lord. I mean, you can literally go, you know, you can get all the way up in that 10K range right there, that 10K block, right? Before you have to, you're really getting, you know, you're really getting something ugly. But this has got it, guys. I got to say, that's been a hell of a beautiful run. You know, you got to trust in the Bollinger Bands that they eventually will pull back, right? And the Bollinger Bands like to pull back. This is the only chart that scares me, right? And only as a bullish pullback, right? All it has to do is hold the, let's just call it the 4,600 to 5,200 range, right? And that would be super bullish to have something like this up, retrace back, everybody take profits from this massive run, right? All these guys who bought in here, you know, they would just take a bunch of profits and pull that back out. Like, that's really the only thing that I see that's telling me right now, you gotta watch out. You gotta be careful, right? I want to go back and take a look at this. No, yep, so fine with that. That's it. That's the only thing. And I'm gonna actually draw on this chart, right? Like, I can see us going right, and something like this, right. Something like that, right? I mean, I can totally see something like that going down right there. You know, some kind of pullback and then march to the halving of Bitcoin, right? You know, that honestly, the Gauss, there's no reason right here. Like, this Gauss chart also should be a warning sign to everybody. 12-hour doing a great job holding us up. Once again, this Gauss just keeps marching up. There's the daily 5,800. You know, this middle Gauss line now is really becoming your support, right? There's the daily Gauss. There's the weekly, there's the 3-day Gauss, and then your weekly Gauss, 5,500, right? So the weekly Gauss, you know, you got a lot of good things going on here. As now that are activated as support for us down below, right? There's a lot of good support levels below for us that if we did fall out, we would just see a fall, and then, like I said, it would really take a black swan event in order for this to turn epically bearish again. I mean, really black swan, like something crazy like Tether completely melting down and the US government locking it up, right? Yes, yeah, tech, yeah, we need more Tether, that's right. Hey, what's going on, Darth? We got Tech and Darth in the house. What's going on, brothers? How you guys doing? 3-day. Nope, nothing. Yeah. And we're going to get over to the shorts chart in a second. All right, so this is my long to short chart right here. So here's our long to short chart. Listen, we have surpassed every single long trade line, pretty much bounced off the bottom short line, came all the way up, bounced all the way up, gone through every single trade line. So we just broke through another long trade line. I do have us in this big old wicked channel right here. And as long as we stay inside this channel right here, I mean, I can move, I can throw this on here. So there you go. Look at that. There's the channel right there. A fallout to this channel, nothing wrong. So you basically have a pretty simple pathway, right? Bump, right? And or bump, like that. Like, you know, stop and roll, or up, stop, and roll, something like that. I think either one of these are possible. I'm not really concerned about, I'm really right now where we're at this level. I just feel that we don't really have anything epically like just hold on a second. I want to pull up one chart. Let me pull up one chart. Come here. And let me pull up this chart. Give me 1 second. Here's what I want to do. Let me pull this bad boy. All right. Oops. Ha. Blink. And let's go show you what I'm talking about here. All right. So this is why I keep coming up with this. There's the bullish cross. There's the bullish 3-day. We have the bullish 3-day, the 7 and the 200 MA cross right there, right? And look at this. This is the area that I'm talking about right here, right? Look at that. There it is. Look at how close we are, the 382. And this pullback is all the way from the very tippy top to the very tippy bottom. All my notes, there's that bullish cross we had. And you can see that we just got a little bit like we haven't hit this fib. And hitting this fib to me is super important. I really think, you know, if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, this is your wave 5 up here. And then you would get your retrace down, and then you would march back up to the 5-0, right? That would actually be a beautiful play because, you know, you go from top to bottom, up to the 382, down to the 236, up to the 5-0, or even the 618. And then look for some kind of a retrace, right? And yes, Vamp loves the moving average crosses. Yes, he does. So you see what I'm saying? So here's the tippy top right there. The bitty bottom right there, right? And then if this was, there's the 236, there's your 382, right? And this is what I'm saying, something bink, right? Hit that, bink, and just like a pinball machine, just like that right there, right? And that's kind of something I would be looking for. That would be super nice. Now, what I would do on this, though, is I would actually throw another retracement, hoping that if this was here and that was there, then our retracement would pull back. Let's do that once again. All right, so we just need this area. So if this was our bottom and this was our top, and this was our retrace, we'd either come to there, right, where you got the 200 MA, or you come to the right there, and then this is the deepest you could go, all with a shot all the way up to the motherland, right? And then hopefully end up with something bullish like that, right? Because there, this would be the perfect retracement for this. This would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you get an A, B, C back down here, and then you'd start a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, and that would take you to bullish La La Land, right? All right, and we're gonna move out. Let's cruise on down. All right. Nah, nothing. Once again, bounced off the green pockets. I actually showed this in the members area already. So this is actually in the members area. This is your bubble chart. If you don't have one, you should create one. So look at this. Look at that green. See the green line? Look at the green line. See the green line? The green line runs all the way through like that. Every time we bounce off this damn green line, right? Right there. These are all bullish. So if you look, if you go straight up, right? Bullish, bullish. Where's that at? This is actually right there. This is actually this little move right here. This is this big move right here. And then this is this last move right here. So you can see how all of these played off just like that, off that green bounce area, right? They all played off. Now we are coming back up into the resistance of the, I kind of got this resistance area right here from touch, 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 touch. So we are right back into a resistance level right here. Just got to keep an eye on this. Doesn't mean you can't run past this and then it can roll back over, right? That would be our 9400 touch. and then we would roll back. Once again, here's another example of why there's no reason to stop here. Right, there's just no reason to stop here. There's nothing, right? This is our monthly, you see our monthly historical resistance, nothing. And then you switch this down to the weekly, and then where's the weekly, right? And there's the weekly. Let's move this out of the way. See, look, there's really, there's a little bit of a line right there, right? Tappy, 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 tappy. So we do have a little bit of a line. We're going to add a line right in there. Right there, and we're gonna make it orange because those are my weeklies, right? So we did hit a little bit of a weekly area right there, so we did hit that weekly resistance, but so let me see, open and close, wick, yeah, that's kind of respectable. Okay, all right, we'll add that, we'll pull that there. Right? What is that? That's marching out to be what? That 88. It's like 88.20 right there. Right? So we do have a weekly right here, and that's the only thing that we've got. Let me march this up just so it's easier to see this. Right? And pull that up. Let me mark this very carefully for everybody. Oh. That didn't work. All right, there we go. Let's try this one more time. Sorry, everyone. Give me a second. All right, so we got here and here and here. Right? So there's that open and close, just a wick. I mean, you know, it's okay. I mean, we're kind of in the range. Understandable now that I look at that, where I see the resistance, the historical resistance. But on the monthly, though, there is not any. But you see, there's just, you know, there's a couple stopping points along the way here. But, like, this is just a void, right? I'm going to do this one more time. Right? I want to show you guys this. I'm going to just do this one more time. So here's the weekly. So look, so in here, you see that right here? There's just, really, this is just a void, right? This is a void in here. There's nothing in here, right? There's nothing in here. Now you kind of got this little close right here and this little close area right here, right? But that's like at that 9,400 level. Right, this is all at that 9,400 level right here for those closes and for that close right there. So pretty much all the way up to that, like from here to there, is really, if you just get a breakout right here, you're just going to see. Now you're look at your support level, right? You got support right there. And then, yeah, you just got the support right there at 85. And then you got a ton of support down here at 80, down there at that 8100 area, right? Void, breaking out from here to really 94. What do you got? You got one little parking spot at 9250, then 9400. All right, trying to get this over as quickly as possible. And same thing, VPVR, look at that, just nothing right up here. You want to look and see where the next block is on the VPVR. There's the block on the VPVR right there for you, right? It's right here, right there. That's it. That's the next little block, right? That's it. There's the next little block for you right there. And once again, that's right up there in that 9400 range, 9200 to 9400 range. Okay, and then you see where the support is. Look where your support is. Your support's all right down here. You got a bunch of support all right down there in that wedge right there. And this is that 8250. Right, that's that 8250 range right there. All right, let's cruise along really quick. Nothing. ADX chart. Man, still freaking bullish. You know, as long as you're on the bottom side, as long as this orange line is on the bottom side, it is bullish. The gap is the only thing we see we got to fill right there. Right? So we got two things. Let's look at the bottom here. Okay, I want to take a look at this. Give me this second here, peoples. Jesus fucking Christ. And this bad boy is low. Okay. And pull us back on the daily. Yeah. Yeah, okay, nothing. Doesn't tell me nothing. Nothing. Longs to shorts. Shorts coming up a little bit. No, really neutral. I mean, I'm pretty neutral on the longs to shorts here. I don't see anything super spectacular or anything super crazy out of the way on the longs and shorts at all. I just don't see anything super crazy. Coming up to the resistance, so that we are finally getting up here to the resistance. This is, there you go. I pulled that baby all the way back. Okay, so here is our other warning to all you boys and girls out there who are fresh and new to the channel. Okay, so this is, now, every time we get in this position, just read the chart. You get 4 TD9s, right? The very first one, look, read this. The very first TD9 in every single bull run retraces to a red 1. Red 1. There it is, right? Look, there's the red 1 right there. But look where the green 9 is. Oops, sorry. Look where this green 9 is right here. The green 9 is right there, and the red 1 traced below the green 9, okay? And then here's the very first 9 of this bull run. There it is right there, and there is the red 1, right? It traced below. Now, our red 1 is at 50, a red 9 is at 50.86, okay? So we've had our very first perfected TD9. There's 4 of them. There's 4 of them, people. Look, 4, 4, 4. If this is number 1, this means that we are going to pull back at some point below this and close below, well, not close, but wick out below this 50.86. Okay? This has happened every single bull market, right? This says we will close below 5,100 or wick below. Then march to the moon, right? So that's exactly what that baby says. That is the marching to the moon chart. Nothing scary on the daily. Nothing scary over here. I mean, we're on a 3 and a 5. We are on a 5. We have liked to dump on 5s. Not really lately. No, not really. Yeah, we're not even dumping on 9s. So I can't tell you where this next dump, projected dump is. Okay. All right, I will do alts really quick. Sorry, guys, I am trying to do my best to fly through these. If you've been following me, listen, this is XRP. I'm sorry, we're going to start with XRP. Let's start with XRP first. Listen, we have been tracking XRP like beasts, right? We've been tracking. So we did get a long call on the 3-day on, there it is. It's actually right there. We did get a long call on the 3-day. Let me black this out. There it is. So we got a long call on the 3-day over here on the daily. Let me make sure I got, hold a second. Let me make sure I got the, yep, we're good. Ooh. Let me pull that off there. Let me add this one on there. Rocket scalper. All right, there we go. So we just got a brand new long call on the 3-day scalper over here. Let me pull this XRP chart, see what I got over here. Nope. Cater. Okay, there we go. Very bullish sign. Right? This is very, very, very bullish for us. You see what's happened last time. We've been watching this, right? Look at this. Look at this. I mean, Jesus Christ. You know, it calls the long. It gets a little bit of a pullback, right? Long pullback, long pullback. Did the same thing. Look, we got the long with a little bit of a pullback right there. But I would I would really keep an eye on XRP right now. I think XRP has a lot of potential to at least come up and make a freaking monster move, right? I think XRP can make a monster move if we can just get a little more pull running on the just a little bit more sideways or a little pump up, right? Raven, listen, me and Raven have been we've been having a talk lately, and me and Raven right here. And listen, Raven right up to this trend line got rejected right back down. Came back down, fell out of the triangle, actually almost into the triangle area from this bearish triangle. So there's that bearish triangle. I said it had to hold this, never held it. Turned it into resistance and support. But the bearish triangle played out, pulled that bad boy all the way back. You got this crazy wick out right there. And so now you're just pulling back into this area. I mean, would I call that 1-to-1? That might be a pretty close 1-to-1 right there, but I'm not excited about Raven right now. Just not feeling Raven. I want to see some kind of movement on it. There's a lot of other tokens out there that a lot of people are playing, so I'm kind of in that. IOTA, listen, IOTA really just needs to break out of support here. If you do look at this, this did come down and do almost an A&E bottom, and then it tried to fold back up right here. So it did break out of the lower falling wedge. So here was your big falling wedge right there. Look, it came down, landed right on support, and then took off. And it really hasn't done as much as I would like to see it do. Now, if we can get a breakout right here, we are holding the wedge on the 12-hour RSI, but we'd really need a breakout into here. I would like to see something up here. Now, a super hardcore bull run on this would put you way up in these yonder numbers, but I don't know. It just seems like this coin didn't quite do the bullish triangle for me. It's more like a rising wedge-ish kind of a thing going on. I just don't see the volume. Not really interested in playing it at all that much. I like XRP a little bit more right now. Here, look, we're on our. This is our. God, what a run! So look, we are on the 4-hour. We've put in a bullish TD9. So we just popped up a bullish TD9 right there. It is lower. It is not a perfected TD9. There's the EOS to Bitcoin right there. So we are on a TD9 right here. Also bullish. Flagging, you could just look for a little bit of a pullback and a pop up there. Same thing here. This is a bullish TD9 on both of these. I'm going to go through. Let's take a look at the 12-hour. 12-hour, nothing, no threat, nothing, daily, nothing, weekly, nope, nothing really to be scared of here on either one of these. There's nothing. If I looked for something, I would just look for a little pullback and then a pump up, right? We are still marching to this deadline. So we have our deadline that's closing for the 1st of June. We got a big announcement on the 1st of June. Did get a long call on the scalper over here. And this is the 23-minute chart. So this is just called a little bit of a long right there. Let's see. There we go. I mean, I'd really like to see this play out. I just want to see this break up with like Bitcoin. That's it. It just looks like this is flagging out. I mean, this looks like what this is doing, right? It just looks like this is just flagging out into some kind of a symmetrical triangle, right? Right, it just looks like a symmetrical triangle here. And any bull break, I just see this, the 130, 140 area, right? Let's pull this up. So there it is right there. I mean, honestly, I still see this as a top line area up here, this 130, 140. So if this is going to run, you know, you've got some resistance in the 130 block and pretty much right 130 to 140 up here. 130, 140, if this thing does break north on us. For that breakout, you're going to look for something up here. And then this is where I would look for my squiggle. This is where I look for my squiggle to take place. And it's just going to go something like this, right? And you're just going to have to do something like that. Okay? I wouldn't know how deep that retracement would be for LTC though. Okay, so, but I would look for something like that. Symmetrical triangle, nothing. TRX, nice run, broke over the double top. I actually called this out in the members area. I said about 36 cents is where it was going to hit. I'm not going to update that. Listen, do not miss out on scroll. Just telling everybody out there, the countdown is on. All right, I'm warning you, I'm advising you, I'm telling you, you know, be careful with anything you play at all. Right, just be careful with anything at all you're going to play. But I'm looking at this, and I am looking for some kind of 30-day countdown to a 3x. Right, you see that somebody's been slowly accumulating. Right, this somebody's slowly accumulating here. I actually called this absolutely perfect on the 10th to start the members accumulating. So I hope we've all been accumulating. Maybe it's just us. The members, maybe it's just us, and that's what we're doing. We're causing this to slowly accumulate up right here. But I am telling you all to count down in probably about, I mean, we're probably could be about 20 days now. So it's probably about 20 days now. So we're probably in like the 20-day-ish range, right? And what I would warn is that just be aware that if we did get some kind of a crazy announcement, right? All right, okay. All right, ooh. There we go. Right, BNB, wow, what a wicked jump right here in the daily. Look at this crazy wicked jump of this candle, this inverted candle right here, this inverted hammer. Look at that thing, that was wicked, right? That was wicked hammer right there. Still the coin burn's going on, and they're just burning the coins off. You still got a long way till the coin burn comes, right? 16 days since your post. Oh, good. Thank you, JS, for keeping count. All right, let me go back to that. I will say, so I'm going to say 16. So I'm going to give myself like 14 days, right? 14-day count. Right? Hopefully I'm close. I'm gonna go. Now let me do this. I'm going to go 14 to 21 days. Just give myself a little bit extra room there, right? A little bit extra room. All right, there we go. You know what? There's just not a lot of volume in scroll, so I'm not worried about it dying off. I mean, we've seen Bitcoin take some real hard dumps, and it really kind of hasn't, really hasn't affected scroll. I'm not really worried about it. Right? Listen, I'm all about buying dips right now. BTT, just beastly run, almost to my target. I drew this little squiggle right here. You'd have to break this down to the 4-hour to see that squiggle play out. There's that squiggle that played out right there. I mean, Jesus, people. I mean, this is a bleeding 9 on the 4-hour. I got room on the 6-hour, room on the 12-hour. The daily is freaking nuts. perfected 9 on the 2-day. I mean, this thing just doesn't have that much more room to go, right? I just don't think this baby has that much more oomph to go here before we get some kind of a pullback, right? I think we might have one more little oomph up, but listen, we are really close into the range where you should be taking some profit, right? I mean, like, this is, you just got to be careful here because you don't want to get greedy. Greed is bad, right? Taking profits and buying dips is good, right? So this is the only thing I'm going to warn. I mean, you're literally where my target is right now. I mean, the target zone is like another 15%, right? Like there's 15% left in this token right here. You just gotta be very, very careful, right? You gotta be very careful with this right here because BTT, right, has been on fire, right? Right, profit, right? Target is almost hit. Only 15% left to go, right? Taking profits and buying dips is sexy, right? So it's just, this thing's close, right? This thing is super close. I could still see a little bit of a pullback here and pull up, right? But we're so close, right? Link and Samsung, like supposedly what I just saw an article on Link and Samsung. So you got the mainnet coming in, what is it? Mainnet's in 3 days, So I'm still looking for one more little leg up in 3 days. After it hits the mainnet, I'll definitely dump out. Okay, KMD, Fetch. Ooh, Fetch getting a little spanking right here. Like you got to be careful right here. Watching Fetch, right? This is you got a 4-hour bull cross. I'm sorry, a 2-hour. You got a 2-hour bull cross down here on Fetch. So you got a 2-hour bull cross right there. You got another 2-hour bull cross coming. Okay. But you have, ooh, a 6-hour bear cross also approaching. So you gotta watch out for the good, the bad, and the ugly here. Let's go like this. Let's go like that. Right? 6-hour, 50, 30 bear cross in what is that? 7 hours. 7 hours. Right? 1, 7. Yep. Perfect. Right. So this needs to break over. What needs to happen is you gotta get, like, this needs to get up here to miss the bear cross, right? Right. Let's put a level there. Bingo. Need to break 1850, right? Bulls need to break 0.1860, right? And let's make that a little bit bigger. There we go. All right, FET. Two-hour bull cross also happening in 1 hour. All right, let's look at hot. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, so this is good. So I just did this with hot. I said, listen, if it breaks over here, this is exactly what it's going to do. God damn it. God damn it. I did not get into this one. I'm a little pissed at myself. I was watching this one, trying to catch this spring out. Damn it. I was trying to catch this breakout, but missed. Damn. Right? Fuck. Adam, listen, here's my issue with Adam. My freaking issue with Adam is it's $4.60, right? Damn, right? Damn. Adam is $4.60. This needs big money to make it move hard. Right? This thing needs some real big money to make it move hard. I mean, pretty much this is an easy play though. I mean, you're just really going to just play the break. So you're just going to play the up and down break. Now you did get the long call. You got a bunch of long calls right here. But so, I mean, that's really all you're going to do. You're just going to try to play the break in here. You can try to play the breakout. Right? I mean, that's really all I would do. I would just try to play the breakout. If you want to go for it here, it's easy to set your stop loss, right? So you're going to go something like this. Let's pull this. Where's it at? All right. Zoom. All right, now I would do something like this. All right, let's go like this. Hold on, give me a second. Right, and that would be your play right there. Adam. Ooh. Adam. Risky play, but here it is. Matic flat, fuel T-fuel flat. It's both of these. Listen, not getting excited about either one of these. Still watching them. Still like theta. I set up like this. There it is. I am holding a little bit of bag, so I do like this, and I'm just kind of watching this baby play out. Right. So that's it. Let me save this, and theta. Like I said, I like this. All right.